This is Close Combat, Panthers in the Fog. You're watching episode 40 of the Axis campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We're heading back to Mesnil-Adelee. We have 2nd Armored Division taking on SS Panzer Grenadier Regiment 2. This is still not a wonderful battle group to have in this fight, but we do have a little bit more firepower this time around. Again, all we got to do here is try and delay and maybe get something a little bit better brought up or merge these battle groups. It's the 1000 phase of August 9th. We have clear, dry weather. We're welcoming in a new battle group. This crew is going to be Element Battle Group. So in 1st Platoon, we have Alkali Metals. In 2nd Platoon, we have Noble Gases. And in 3rd Platoon, we have Diatomic Gases. And unfortunately, we couldn't fit all of them, but counting hydrogen, we do have 5 of them. Enemy is bringing armored infantry in 1st platoon, a full platoon of 5 Stuarts, and then, oh boy, do they have support. 2 M20s, an M8, and 4 M10s. So if anyone's going to steamroll us, it's going to be these guys. It's going to be this fight. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a passive approach here. Let's start in the northwest. I've got part of 2nd platoon with infantry just spread out over there. I know they don't really come west. They like to go east. I don't want to try and defend that one farmhouse, and I don't think I can put enough firepower over there to stop them if they want to take it. So if they go east, I'm going to let them have it. Down towards the south along the west edge, you see nitrogen. That is one of our AT guns. They're hiding there behind Krypton and that 2-story building. They can see pretty well to the east-northeast, but they have narrow fields of fire, and I'm hoping that most of the allies spawn to the north, right? So I can pick them off as they move south, and anybody that does spawn towards the south shouldn't be too heavy and overpowering to take them out. To their east, I have lithium, and they're just sitting there to act as a machine gun and maybe even spot. Oxygen is a little bit further down the road than I believe I had the AT gun in the last fight here, and I believe this will be a little bit better for me. They can only really see north, but last time a couple tanks, when they realized I was to the west, a couple moved west, but it wasn't like the brunt of their force. So I'm hoping that if anybody moves west, they move into that northerly line of sight, and then I can always roll oxygen forward 50 meters or something if I need to. Beyond our AT guns, we have 2 Panzerschrecks, and so fluorine is right up here in the building by the neutral zone, and I'm just hoping that with them hiding, they'll get like a decent ambush shot, and they're backed up with a bunch of MGs as well as units that have Panzerfausts. To their south, we do have hydrogen, and they have just about everybody in their circle. I do have chlorine with our 2nd Panzerschreck pulled back towards the rear a little bit, because I'm going to assume that they're going to move from this area south and take this building. So I've got our infantry up front to gun them down, and then we'll save chlorine for when we spot armor. Everybody's hiding, and I'm hoping that we don't open up too early on guys that push into that building and have tanks start firing at us, because that's my biggest risk right now. But this gives me a decent position to hold without enabling them too much ground to take. The whole eastern flank is wide open, so if they go around me, like, I'm kind of screwed there. But my only goal right now is to just survive, like do some damage and take a ceasefire. So let's see what this brings. We're already shooting. We already missed one shot. We do have artillery ready, and you know where it's going. When we get mortars up, we might have to... Okay, we got one. We got one. Let's see. This building's going to be in their way. That one's alive. I thought those were dead. So we'd be able to see this Stewart if it wasn't for this hedge. So if he comes south at all, we might be able to work on him. And I'm going to go ahead and point oxygen northeast. I don't think that he's going to get a shot over this wall, but we want to be ready. And there's the problem of chlorine not being at the front, because right now they'd be an easy target for chlorine. Mortar support is available. I want to see a little bit more infantry before I commit, and then I can send it with the mortars. No line of sight yet for nitrogen. There we go. A little bit further west, and oxygen can get line of sight as well. We're not getting good effect with the artillery, so that tells me there's not a ton of infantry right here. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Still nothing with oxygen. We did get a hit. The M20 is damaged. Chlorine has arrived. Now, you know as soon as we shoot, we're 100% drawn fire. So I'm hoping we can get a shot, get a kill, and get hidden. Not like that, we can't. I mean, if he would just drive down this road. And let's try it again. Another miss. We got a hit. It's damaged. Stay low. Turret's looking at us. We're going to stay low for a moment. Nobody's moved up here. And somehow, I don't feel like this guy moved, but somehow, oh, you know what? It's abandoned. They abandoned it. That's why he can't target it. I was going to say, I'm like, how did he lose line of sight on it? But it's just not a target anymore. Okay, land this shot. Not like that, dude. It can't take 6 shots to kill 1 tank. I didn't go for these guys on purpose because they're a little bit further. I was like, let's go with the higher probability shot. Nope, doesn't matter. Okay, he's turning away. Another miss. Only one more. Honestly, the fact that they're not moving, they might be willing to take a ceasefire right now. Oh my gosh. So we got one sort of hit. And we used all of our Panzer Shreks. So if he's not looking, we're going to crawl back out of here. Watch for that turret to turn. We do not want to get shot at. And I'm going to pull him way out because we need those guys to survive. So we'll go like back into this building. I think I am going to move up just a little bit with oxygen. Try and be a little bit more prepared in case they do move. And I am not tethered to this fight. I am willing to end it kind of whenever. But I would like to give it a moment to see if it plays out at all. If that Stewart went south, look at that. I mean, that would be like a money clean shot right there. He's not immobilized, just damaged. I could drop mortars up here, but I don't know if I'm better off holding on to it for the next wave. I don't really trust mortars to kill the M10s, even though they're open-topped. They're just kind of unreliable. We do have this infantry here. Okay, now they're thinking. Infantry is on the move. That M10 has line of sight. Both of them have line of sight on me. So if we open up with rubidium, we're 100% going to catch rounds. And fluorine, I can try and crawl fluorine here, but I don't trust this situation as well as the one that we had down here with the Stewart. I'm not convinced that the infantry won't spot me and give away my position. Okay. We could go a tiny bit further north, I guess, with oxygen. Fluorine says that they're in position. M10 is moving. They have 5 shots. Hide. Dropping one of these M10s would be awesome for winning the morale fight. What's he going to do? Point the rear. God. He has clear line of sight. He's not being blocked really by the hedges. He's just not hitting his target. And it's definitely costing us. I don't know. 90 meters is a little bit on the high end, but I do think that they should be able to hit that. So I'm kind of tempted. I kind of just want to spend this mortar barrage up here. Because, like, if we got a hit, that would be nice. I could send it down here. They're pushing. Oh, they're pushing. Send it. We might get into contact right now. Get ready. There we go. We're going to start drawing fire. Fluorine, hide. You guys get back.
Get me out of here.
Potassium's taking a bunch of casualties. Go. Go. All right. Oh my goodness. So many casualties. There we go. We got a hit. Hits the moving vehicle. Can't hit the stationary one. Like, is that not par for the course for me or what? Mortars are falling. Not a lot. These guys are running. This is the tank crew, right? Maybe they'll run through it and get popped. Might already be over. All right. Hydrogen or nitrogen, you gonna get anything? And fluorine, can't see that. Can cesium? No, cesium can't hit that guy. There we go. I don't know if it's worth risking it with rubidium because they do have these guys that can see me up here. By using hydrogen, there we go. Nobody really had line of sight on them. I guess these guys did, but they didn't identify the target at that range. We can't go much further with AT guns. I hear shots right. I don't know who's shooting at what. We're taking hits. I'm not sure who shot or who was being shot. So we lost potassium altogether. I don't feel like that's who just got hit, right? Maybe it is. Maybe they. I didn't look up there, so I don't know if potassium was already wiped out. Chlorine, just hide. No. Um, it's just barely not a good angle. We can't move out and pop this Stewart. I don't believe that's going to be a thing. So we might be at that point where it's kind of a mandatory ceasefire, which is unfortunate because they're not fighting. Um, if I had something more mobile than an AT gun, like maybe we could pop out and get a shot on this Stewart. I could spend the time moving fluorine to try and get line of sight over here. I just don't know that like they're gonna make it without being spotted. So like I could go west and out and around, like I could go the long way. But do I spend 10 minutes trying to get one Panzerschreck shot? In fact, maybe they go back to the north real quick. If this guy's going to come west. Oh, we're already engaging. Send it, nitrogen. Let's get fluorine in position. Never mind. Nitrogen's doing work. Fluorine can... I guess they can still crawl up there and set up shop. I wonder if they're all the way in the tip, if they'll get line of sight on this Stewart. And not be spotted by one of these guys. I mean, it says that it's kind of there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and take the shot and then probably take the ceasefire. Yep, that seems about right. Who else is looking? Nobody. I don't know that we try and go a little bit north because I feel like too many guys will start shooting at us as soon as we pop out. It's not worth risking the AT guns. And we're 90 meters away, 95. We'd have to probably be right here, and even that might still not be sufficient to get Panzerfaust range on that Stewart. I don't know if we'd make this crawl. I don't think we'd be able to avoid being spotted. So I guess let's call it right there. So fortunately, it's a major victory for us. They gained no additional ground. In fact, technically, they did lose a little bit. And I'm happy with that. Like, we lost one squad, and it was kind of bound to happen, right? Like, we knew we were going to open up on the infantry, and there was just no getting them out of there. I know I get yelled at for like sneaking them away. I feel like in that situation, I was hoping that nobody had really like truly identified them and that they would go unnoticed. I could have moved them fast. I still don't know that that would have helped because if they all just pop up and cannon rounds are flying, like it's not good. But tell me, just honest opinion, in that situation, I open up, I kill that infantry, and they were still alive. Had I chose move fast and I said just get out of there and run to the west, southwest, whatever, would that have been a better option? That way I just know clearly shoot and fully sprint. Or what I did was right and it just didn't work. Anyway, for losses, we killed 8 infantry. We wounded 13. We destroyed 2 tanks, damaged a third, and destroyed 1 vehicle. They killed 3 infantry and wounded 4. Both of our guns survived, both of our Panzerschrecks survived. First things up, we've got Hydrogen. Hydrogen did come away with that 1 kill, and that helps out quite a bit. The rest of the infantry shouldn't have a lot. So nothing with lithium. Sodium, nothing. Potassium was wiped out. They had 1 kill. Rubidium, nothing. Cesium, nothing. Francium took a couple casualties, but did get 3 kills, so they were decently active. Helium, now all these guys in 2nd platoon, they were on the west end of the map. They never shot. So a little bit of morale boost there for Helium. Same with Neon. They're not super excited to be in the fight, apparently. Argon, bad morale. Krypton, maybe not as bad. And Xenon, mediocre. Down in support, we have Nitrogen coming in with a tank kill and an infantry kill. Then we have Oxygen, who never got a kill. Fluorine did get 1 tank kill and 1 vehicle kill with the Panzerschreck. Interesting. I'm trying to think, what did they hit that was a vehicle? I don't know. I'm trying to picture, like, when they fired, I was always, like, targeting the same stuff. Chlorine, no action. Fluorine, like, they didn't shoot at a vehicle, did they? Like, the M20 got hit by the AT gun. It just happened like 10 minutes ago. How do I not remember? Anyway, yeah, so Panzerschrecks were mediocre. All right, 1st platoon leader. They're going to disband. No kills. And then armored infantry, no kills. Machine gun, no kills. No kills. Wiped out. Unharmed. They're okay, no kills. Stewart is fine. Fine. 2 kills there. Now this one has got to be our damaged one, right? They've got 3 kills. This guy's hurt. This has got to be the one we hit. Maybe it doesn't make it back into the fight for the next one, but we didn't kill anybody. This one's unharmed. Yep, this has got to be our damaged one. All right, M20. This one's wiped out. Whole crew was killed. Also, crew is killed. And then the M8, it's unharmed and no kills. M10, we did take out the assistant leader. No kills there. M10 unharmed. Unharmed. And we actually got 2 crew members here. They did come away with 2 kills. All in all, super successful considering they've got every advantage and chose to squander it. Disappointed with the mortars. Disappointed with the artillery. Who knows? Like, maybe that caused them not to fight. I don't know. I know that they didn't have, like, a ton of morale the last time I fought them. So, like, that probably helps in that regard. But either way, it's still just kind of a mixed bag of how off-screen support plays out for me. But if you liked the fight, go ahead and like the video. Click the subscribe button to help support the channel, and check out the affiliate links to support me as a content creator. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next one.